Hey guys, welcome back to Run Renovation, where today we're going to be swapping out this dishwasher pump on this dishwasher. If your dishwasher is filling up with water but it's not washing any dishes, this could be your solution. Here we go.
You can start by running the drain cycle to remove any residual water from your dishwasher. Next, you can shut off the power to the dishwasher and remove the screws attaching it underneath the countertop and the two screws that hold on the kick panel at the bottom. Once the screws are out, you can remove the kick panel. Now the power's off, you should see a junction box underneath the dishwasher that looks something like this, where you can remove the cover plate and the 2 or 3 wire nuts connecting the wires. Most units have the ground attached to the metal frame on the dishwasher, such as this, and the black/hot and white/neutral wires are connected with wire nuts. Once the wire nuts are removed, you can slide the wires out of the junction box. I installed an outlet behind my dishwasher so I could just unplug it instead of having to do this every time I work on it. Now you can shut off the water supply to the dishwasher, which is typically under the kitchen sink, and remove the water line from underneath the dishwasher. It might be a good idea to have a towel handy for any residual water left in the line, and if your shutoff valve is faulty under the sink, you can always shut off water to the entire property. Once that's done, you can remove the drain line for the dishwasher, which typically attaches to the disposal, or if you don't have a disposal, you might have a T connection coming off the plumbing underneath the sink drain. Once detached, it's always a good idea to have a bucket to place the drain line in while you work. Now that the power, water, and drain lines are detached, you can slide the dishwasher out to access your pump. Depending on your situation, you might need to adjust the feet on the bottom of the dishwasher to slide it out. I was able to lay my dishwasher on its back for easy access to the pump. Here's our circulation pump. Here's the replacement. It looks the exact same. There's a clamp right here that we're gonna have to put on there to hold it to the dishwasher, and also right here it fits in, and there's a little hanger up top that will slide out. So we'll first start by clipping the old one off these little bands up here on this tube. Here's the band. I'm gonna go ahead and take my clippers and just snip that to release it. In the bottom of the circulation pump, there's a wire right here. You'll lift up on this little tab right here and then pull, and it'll come right out. All right, now that we have the wire disconnected and this band clipped, you'll see that there's a little fitting right there if you pull just to slide it out, and then we'll also slide this off as well. You can see that it's starting to release right there. Still a little bit of water left in here, so have a towel ready. All right, there you go. Got the circulation pump free and clear. Get the new one installed. Once I had the pump off, I removed the remaining clamp from the old pump's tube that was still attached to the dishwasher, and then removed the tube. All right, so you gotta make sure that it goes in this clip, next to this spot here, and then goes in here as well. The place where I ordered my replacement pump didn't send an extra clamp like they were supposed to, so I used this 1/4-inch band clamp, which was a little too wide for the indentation where it normally sits, but it did just fine and had no leaks. Next, we're gonna remove this grommet that the pump attaches to and put it on the pump. Whenever you push this grommet on, you want to make sure that it's pushed all the way up against these fins. Sliding the new pump in is a bit of a chore and required a bunch of wiggling it back and forth into position until everything was properly seated, but I was able to get it reinstalled. Before you do this step, make sure the band clamp is facing in a direction that you can access and tighten, because there's limited space once you get everything installed. I used this seal as my guide to see how well everything was seated, and could see on both sides of the pump to make sure it was flush with the plastic housing all the way around. Once it was flush, I was able to tighten down the other tube connected to the pump using the band clamp. Whenever you install the tube with the band clamp, there's a little rubber tab that fits into the plastic housing on the dishwasher, so make sure it's installed flush with no gap to ensure it's properly installed. All right, we're gonna make sure that the wire is routed right here in this little slot. Gonna come around the pump, and we'll plug it right back in to the bottom, right there. You should hear it click. Once the pump's installed, you can turn the dishwasher upright and start to slide it back into position. Make sure not to crush any connections or pinch any lines when sliding it back. You'll reconnect the water line, drain hose, and wiring connections so you can test out the new pump. Remember to turn your water on and your power back on before you run a test cycle. Before I install it to the top of the counter and adjust the feet, we're gonna test the cycle. And it's finally washing. Next, you want to check it for leaks. Make sure there's nothing, no puddles under there, and looks dry. This wet is from the water line previously whenever I was hooking it up. You also want to check the drain cycle and make sure that you're not leaking there as well. All right, let's finish it up. Reattach the screws, attaching it to the bottom of the countertop, and then you can reinstall the kick panel and the screws that hold it in place.
All right, guys, I hope that was helpful for you. If you have any questions, feel free to comment below. If you like this video, like it. If you're watching on Medium, you can subscribe. Feel free to subscribe. We'll see you next time. Peace and God bless.